So today we are going to discuss about chemical preservation of foods. As you know, extending shelf life of foods whilst maintaining safety and quality is a critical issue for the food industries, and for that, various chemical and physical methods of preservation are being used. Chemical preservation entails adding chemical compounds to the product, while physical preservation entails processes such as drying, refrigeration, irradiation, etc., which we have already discussed in previous classes. Preservatives are chemical compounds which, when applied to food, obviously retard alterations caused by growth of microorganisms or enable the physical properties, chemical composition, and nutritive value which remains unaffected by microbial growth. Some chemicals have been used traditionally several decades as direct or indirect inhibitors of microbial growth and are still widely used despite their limitations. Majority of food preservation operations used today are also employ chemical additives in order to reduce spoilage of the food. Chemical additives available are designed either to kill or retard the growth of pathogens or to prevent or retard chemical reactions that result in oxidation of foods and ultimately spoilage of the foods. Examples of former class of food additives include sodium benzoate and benzoic acid, calcium and sodium propionate and propionic acids, calcium, potassium and sodium sorbate and sorbic acid, and sodium and potassium sulfite. Examples of later class of additives include calcium and sodium ascorbate and ascorbic acid. Butylated hydroxyanisole, also known as BHA, and butylated hydroxytoluene, also known as BHT, lecithin, and sodium and potassium sulfite and sulfur dioxide. Preservatives, as per Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, are classified into two groups, that is class 1 and class 2 preservatives. Class 1 preservatives include common salt, sugar, dextrose, glucose, spices, vinegar or acetic acid, honey, and edible vegetable oil. Addition of class 1 preservatives in any food is not at all restricted unless otherwise provided in the rule. Class 2 preservatives include benzoic acid, including salts thereof, mostly sodium benzoate. Next, sulfurous acid, including salts thereof, nitrates or nitrites of sodium or potassium, sorbic acid, including its sodium, potassium, and calcium salts, nisin, propionic acid, including salts thereof, methyl or propyl para-hydroxybenzoate, sodium diacetate, sodium, potassium, and calcium salts of lactic acid. Use of class 2 preservatives is restricted and they shall be added to only specified product and even at a concentration not exceeding the proportion specified for that particular product. Use of more than one class 2 preservatives is strictly prohibited and no person is allowed to use in or upon a food more than one class 2 preservative. Now we will discuss mostly commonly used preservatives belonging to both class 1 and class 2 preservative groups. First of all, let us talk about benzoic acid and its salt. Benzoic acid and its salt are widely used as antimicrobial agent. Benzoate is more effective against yeast and bacteria as compared to molds. Antimicrobial activity is achieved by inhibition in enzymatic system of microbial cells, affecting acetic acid metabolism, citric acid cycle, and oxidative phosphorylation. Antimicrobial activity is affected by pH of the medium. Maximum inhibition occurs at pH value of 2.5 to 4 and it decreases when pH rises above 4.5. Food products preserved with benzoate includes fruit juices and drinks, salads, jams and jellies, pickles, dried fruits and preserves, ketchup and sauce, syrup, carbonated beverages, bakery items, salad dressings, margarine and other fat spreads, and spices. Next comes sulfur dioxide and sulfides. Sulfur dioxide gas is one of the oldest antimicrobial agents. It is colorless, non-flammable gaseous compound or liquid under pressure with a suffocating pungent odor. When dissolved in water of foods, it yields sulfurous acid and its ions. Sulfide salts such as sodium sulfide, sodium bisulfide, sodium metabisulfide, potassium sulfide, potassium bisulfide, and potassium metabisulfides are mostly used as preservatives. When it is dissolved in water, it forms sulfurous acid, bisulfide, and ions. Sulfurous acid has active antimicrobial nature. Effectiveness of sulfurous acid is enhanced at low pH values. Antimicrobial activity of sulfides against yeasts, molds, and bacteria is selective, with certain species being more sensitive to inhibition than others. Bacteria are generally more sensitive to inhibition as compared to yeast and molds. They are also used to prevent enzymatic and non-enzymatic changes as well as discoloration in some foods. Sulfur dioxide and sulfides are used in fruit products, fruit juice concentrate, squashes, pickles, and chutneys. Next comes sorbic acid and its salts. Sorbic acid and calcium, potassium, or sodium sorbates have effective antimicrobial nature against yeast and mold as well as bacteria, but it is comparatively less effective against bacteria when compared to yeast and mold. Sorbate has an upper pH limit for its activity around 6 to 6.5. Food products preserved with sorbate salts include carbonated beverages, salad dressings, tomato products, jams, jellies, syrup, candy and chocolate syrup, cheese, sausages, smoked fish, fruit juices, grains, breads, and cakes. Next comes propionic acid and its salts. Propionic acid and calcium and sodium propionate are used most extensively for prevention of mold growth and rope development in different baked goods and for mold inhibition in many cheese foods and spreads. They are more effective against molds as compared to yeasts and bacteria. Propionates has an upper pH limit for its activity around 5 to 6. Next comes lactic acid and its salts. Lactic acid is formed during fermentation of lactose by lactic acid bacteria. Lactic acid and its salts are not very common and even not easily available in the market. It can be used for preparation and preservation of pickles with acetic acid, fermented dough, crispy biscuits, some beverages, dairy products, and meat products. Calcium lactate is used as a firming agent in different pickles, fruits, and vegetables. Sodium and potassium lactate are also recommended with sodium diacetate for control of food poisoning and other bacteria in meat products. Next comes acetic acid. Acetic acid has antimicrobial properties. It is well known. Its action tends to be static rather than cidal. It is more effective against bacteria and yeast as compared to molds. A 5 to 10% solution of acetic acid is known as vinegar, which is mostly used for preparation as well as extending shelf life of different products, specifically pickles, etc. Acetic acid in the form of vinegar is used in mayonnaise, pickles, sauce, pickled sausage, etc. Next comes sodium chloride or common salt. Antimicrobial action of sodium chloride arises from its action of lowering water activity of the food products. This reduces available water in food, which renders the condition which is unfavorable for microbial growth. At higher concentration, it has a pronounced bacteriostatic action. 10% of sodium chloride inhibits growth of most of the bacteria. Delaying action upon microorganisms creates dehydration of microbial cell by osmosis, which results into plasmosis of the cell, that is contraction of cell. Reduction in solubility of oxygen in water decreases oxygen level in food and obviously reduce growth of aerobic microorganisms. It is most effective against bacteria and mold as compared to yeast. One of the traditional methods of food preservation is by using sodium chloride. It is mainly used to preserve pickles, meat, and fish. Fish is usually salted by immersing in brine solution or by mixing with dry salt. It is important as a preservative even for cheese and table butter. Depending upon the type of the cheese, salt concentration varies from 1 to 5%. In table butter, salt is added at a maximum concentration of 3%. Next comes sucrose or normal sugar. It is more effective against bacteria and mold as compared to yeast. Antimicrobial action of sucrose arises from lowering water activity of food product, which renders condition unfavorable for microbial growth. This creates dehydration of microbial cell by osmosis, resulting into plasmosis of the cell. Food products preserved with sugar includes fruit products like jam, jellies, squash, etc., and dairy products, including sweetened condensed milk and different khoa and chena-based sweets, etc. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.